All right, my friends, coffee as usual. Thanks for being with me today. All right, I got an important announcement to make, and this is basically gonna be a confession video, I guess you can call it, but it's gonna be a happy one, a positive one, right? Now, this channel is starting to become more and more a part of my life, right? I'm starting to like see myself like scheduling, a lot of time for my channel, right? With the streaming, making tutorials, answering questions and stuff like that. Some of you have got to the point where you guys, chat with me about, some things you're going through if you're going through something like kind of a bit depressed or whatever, I'll chat with you and I listen, right? I'm here for it. That being said, something I guess I also want to like try to do through my channel is simply just be transparent, out in the open, right? I'm not trying to like paint myself in any certain manner as like I'm perfect or anything like that. I'm far from it. I definitely want to like just be upfront and me, right? Which can be difficult to do, right? It is easier to create a persona, I guess, and correct myself when I make mistakes and all that shit when I'm speaking, but I'm usually just hit record, straight to the point, and talk, right? That being said, I reached a point in my life that I need to like learn to like completely cut things off. The moment something like is bothering me or I'm not happy with, I just need to cut it off, right? When I was younger, I guess I had a more tolerance for shit or whatever because I was young or whatever, didn't care or I just brushed it off, right? But now that I'm older, basically it's almost like my days are very scheduled, right? It's like Sunday, I usually do my chores, clean the house, do laundry, and maybe go buy some food or something like that, right? Mondays, I'm starting to like stream, so I need to focus on that. Tuesdays, usually Tuesday to like Thursdays, those days are like either I go to Paul's house or I edit one of his videos, or I work on my tutorials or something like that. Thursday night, we should go out and have a date night with my girlfriend, and then Friday we just hang out, do something else. Saturday we kind of like chill out because she has to work on Sundays, and then like the cycle repeats, right? My life is almost starting to get very scheduled, right, on how I like to do things, right? Because I have to get things done in a certain way. That's basically became my ritual, my routines now, right? And one thing that basically I need to learn that I'm going to cut out completely from now on is basically booze, right? Fucking alcohol. Now, I brought it up before that I like to drink, and to be honest, I still do, right? But the thing is that I'm at a point now that like, that routine that I have, that schedule, that plans, my goals, whatever hobbies I have, it gets dramatically interrupted when I introduce alcohol into my system. I can't think straight, obviously, or I don't feel like doing anything. If I drink too much, then the next day I feel like shit, so, I kind of lose a day because I don't want to do anything. Spending all this money, because I'm sick, I don't want to go out, I'm staying home, I ain't doing anything, shit like that. Obviously, it's not like attractive for my girlfriend to see me, like that, or just sitting around, lazy or whatever. Now, it's not healthy, right? So, yeah, I'm at a point now where I made the decision along with my girlfriend that we're just going to completely cut out alcohol from our system, from our lifestyle, right? Now, I don't say that in a way, I'm like, oh, I'm sad about it or this and that. If anything, I'm pretty happy about it because like I said, I'm so happy with how things are going, my scheduling, my work, my followers, my YouTube channel is starting to grow little by little, stuff like that, right? So things are going so fucking well for me, right? I don't need that shit. Now, I'll give you a little backstory with my relationship with booze, just so you guys can maybe have an understanding where I come from, right? Growing up, I grew up in a bad neighborhood, and, it was very rough, violence, drugs, alcohol, gang activity, all that shit. My household, my parents were kind of like struggling to get by, they had their issues. So my environment growing up was not easy, right? So I learned to be very quiet, because if I stay quiet, I was basically invincible, and people left me alone, right? So that was kind of my mentality growing up, right? So I developed this very quiet personality all through high school mainly, right? And I just didn't want to like exist to anybody, I just kept to myself, right? Big time. Pretty much a little bit after high school, I started to like do underage drinking, and then like, when I drank, all of a sudden, I was no longer that quiet guy. I was out, I was talking, I was very social. I was having fun, I was meeting people, I was doing this, That was not the right way to do it because, obviously I was drinking, underage drinking, I'll admit I had a blast, I made a lot of, friends, going out, going to parties, there was a time where like I can go to any house party and everybody knew me, right? Because I was just always out. I was doing stuff, right? And I think that right there is something that gets stuck with me. Like, I think in a way, this way, booze has kind of like lingered into my life up to this point because it's almost like there's something about that lifestyle that I do miss, the large crowd of friends, like just spontaneously meeting someone, just getting phone calls to go and do stuff, that lifestyle, there's something about it that I do miss. You know, you walk into a room and the whole crowd's like, "Hey, it's Joe." You know, that attitude. I do miss that, right? But the thing is, if I really think about it, like, it wasn't all great. You know, I seen fights. I got in trouble with the law. A couple times because I was driving around with a bunch of drunk people, freaking hearing bad stories of like. I mean, obviously everybody's intoxicated, so like it's not like everything is all dandy. People talking about like some dude passing out and some funny story with some dude like doing something stupid when he's drunk. And it's like at the moment when you're in the environment, you think it's funny because everybody's in the same state of mind. But once you're like, I'm fucking 40, and doing that shit is not appealing in any fucking manner, right? If anything, is like it's sad. No, it's like I want to chase this old lifestyle where I know is not healthy for me in any manner, right? If anything, I wanted to get away from those people. That's why I stopped talking to a lot of my old friends, right? Because I just wanted to sober up and I wanted to get rid of that, right? Now I'm at a point where like, yeah, I'm happy with the people that I'm working with, I'm doing great. There's no need for me to have that in my life anymore, right? The habit of drinking, right? Anyways, yeah, I'm at a point now where it's like, okay, you know what? I just need to let this shit go. And like I said, I'm not saying that in like in a sad sense, but like, oh my God, I'm not gonna drink anymore. It's over. It's a certain lifestyle that I'm not interested in anymore. It's a certain habit that I'm not interested in having anymore. Like the results that I get out of it, and I don't like anymore. I'm so gratefully good and happy without it. Yeah, like the moment I introduce alcohol into my system, it fucks up my flow, it fucks up my work, fucks up my relationships, it fucks up, my plans to make videos or whatever, it fucks up just my progress and what I want to do, right? So, to end the video, some of you, during like the chat or through comments, you guys talked about, oh, you guys maybe are going through something or you end up drinking too, and we talked about it, right? About consuming alcohol and stuff like that. Yeah, if you're struggling with it, or if you really want to try to cut back, or if you want to like maybe have a different lifestyle, that's the best advice I can give you. You need to work on yourself and creating a lifestyle where you just don't need it anymore. If you're in a position that you're consuming it, hey, no judgment. I can understand, right? Maybe you're going through some things that it's helping you get by. And I can respect that. However, you cannot live like that forever, You have to like work on what the problem is sober and get to a point where like you don't need booze anymore, right? Now I know like, through Paul's Hardware or the tech community, they all talk about beer and booze and, hey, cheers and all the good stuff, setting beer glasses and all that shit. It's cool. I get nothing against it, right? But like I'm saying, like I'm at a point now, me personally, that like I just don't need it. And that's something I'm actually gonna aim for now on, and basically completely abstain from drinking, right? I'm very sure I'm gonna fuck up down the line, but I gotta keep myself in check. It's like, no, this is not for me anymore, and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so I'm just gonna focus more on my work, my YouTube channel, my business relationship with Paul and his friend Jenny, our friend Jenny, my relationship with my girlfriend, and I wanna do more now because I'm able to. Stuff that I want to do, There's a lot of events that I want to check out, museums, like a lot of art stuff, there's a lot of bands going on, but, either because, I don't feel good or I'm sick, I usually don't do any of that stuff, or I spend the money on buying booths, which is stupid, right? So I just take that energy and money, just try around and do shit I want to do, right? And in return, I can film it, be like, hey, cool, make more content, because, that's what I like to do it now. So anyways, that's all I have to say. I went through my phases, I had my reasons, and, I like I said, I have my reasons, right? But it's a time now. I need to move on, and like I need to just put that aside. And I'm happy, actually very happy about it. Yeah, I don't need it. So anyways, so I have to say, thanks for listening to me. Really appreciate it. Take care. Peace.